Recently, what's got me angry? Well, it must be something to do with football, and it's probably got something to do with Neville. Let me just think off the top of my head. Recently,
Neville.
Yeah, it could possibly be
Neville.
Neville.
Up that much?
I mean, he's permanently making excuses for his mate Ollie, isn't he? You know, I mean, and I've just had that. So I've done a newspaper column on it just because I was with Gary Neville a few days before. We were doing like this YouTube chat about the season with Roy Keane, and the two of them just making excuses for Ollie because he's played with them and he's his mate. And
I'm like, Keane now making excuses for them as well?
Yeah, they're sort of saying they can't win the league. They can't win the league. They still lack this. They still need that. The Glazers aren't putting enough money. The Glazers aren't putting enough money in. They should be going for Harry Kane. I'm sitting there thinking, you've just signed a fella who's won the Champions League 4 times. You just spent 75 million on a winger. You finished second last season. You didn't lose a game away from home. And I'm like, there's only one step to go.
They haven't sold anyone, and they've bought.
Honestly, they just. Honestly, and it just wound me up.
It's annoying.
And I went, that is it. I'm doing my newspaper column on it. Yeah, so I've just. So whether Ollie wasn't too happy with the column, but I just said it's time the excuses have got to stop at Manchester United. I'm sick of it. It's always they still lack this, they still lack that. Every player's over 50 million. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yo, it's your boy YoungMully. Now check this shit out, man. Carragher, man, the Liverpool legend, the king of own goals, just called out Gary Neville and Roy Keane in public. And basically, man, y'all heard what he said, man. And straight up, man, he's saying Ule's flopping out here. Now, I gotta say this shit carefully, because I've been saying Ule ain't it since day one, man, like about 3 years ago, you feel me? But the keyboard warriors and the trolls have been on my dick since then on Twitter. And they've been trying to downplay that, trying to silence Mully, saying he's a hater and all that shit. But gang, the thing is, whether you love Ole or not, whether you believe he's the right man for Manchester United, the right coach or not, one thing for sure is, this homie right now is looking out of his depth. And it's just simple as that. And basically that's what Carragher talking about. Because Gary Neville and Roy Keane usually make excuses for this homie, man. Every time Manchester United comes short, they've been saying they lack that, they need investment and all that type of shit. But whether y'all believe he has done a good job or not so far, man, y'all be the judge of that. But let's speak facts right now, you feel me? Let's speak facts for a second. Since Ole took charge of United about 3 years ago, he has spent the most money than any other team in Europe. And the facts are, in almost 3 years, he's yet to win a single trophy. He has went to a Europa League final where he lost to penalties to Mourinho, managed to win trophies with a less talented squad, you feel me? Now, just like Carragher said, Manchester United have one of the most expensive teams out here, man. The most expensive centre back is there in Maguire, one of the most expensive right backs. Then there's motherfucking Pogba and Fred in the midfield, who Manchester United have spent combined 130 million racks on these motherfuckers. And up top, there's Ronaldo up top, Fernandes, Sancho, Marcel, Rashford. Bruh, you can't tell me this team is weak, man. You can't tell me this team at least is not good enough to challenge. That's the minimum expectation with this team. And gang, no matter how you feel about the Manchester United board, the question is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the right manager for Manchester United? To begin with, in the first place, the way the homie got the job is because he was supposed to be a caretaker for like 6 months. Then he ended up getting the job. If you look at his CV, it's kinda dead. Now, Ole has been a coach since 2008, 2007. That's about 13, 14 years. He was first coach of the United reserve team. And since then, his CV, all he has is a couple of league titles in Norway with a team called Molde. And by the way, gang, Cardiff actually didn't fire Ole right away after the relegation. They couldn't do it, man. And that's because these homies were broke as fuck. So they waited until they went back to the championship and chilled there a little bit. And after a while, man, they saw this homie was hopeless as a motherfucker. He had no chance. So they ended up tossing his ass back to the bushes. You see, that's what happened. Now, that's a really abysmal record for a manager who's been for 13, 14 years to be a coach of Manchester United. Yet this homie is getting compared with them Arteta's as if he's a new manager, a new coach in the game. And let's keep it real, man, there's no way Ole would have gotten the job he got unless he was a United legend. No cap, y'all. That toe poke in 98 gave him the job. Now, Manchester United are about to face every member of the Big Six in the next 7 league games, and the other 2 games will be against Watford and Leicester. And even though the Big Six is looking kind of funny with Arsenal and Tottenham at the moment, he will have to do this shit without Varane, you feel me? Because Varane got injured in the Nations League final, so y'all know how that shit goes. And I really feel, man, Ole at the moment is running out of excuses, and if he fucks up big time in the next 7-8 games or so, he could be under really big pressure, you feel me? And at the moment, man, let's be real, man, Zidane and Conte are available. And y'all know it's just a matter of time before the rumors start going off, you feel me? But what y'all think, man? What y'all think about Carragher words, man? Do y'all agree with him? Does he have a point? Or are we being too harsh on Ule, man? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box. It's your boy YoungMully. Let's subscribe. It's lit.